So in this video, we'll try to edit this particular lead and then update and basically delete. For this, likewise create, we can add a route for the edit. So store, then we can add link for this one. So leads, then edit, like create. So leads, then edit, likewise. And also now you can see means we are adding for this lead controller more links and all these things, so we can use something like grouping this controller functions. So we'll go to this routing and you can see there is this example for controllers, so they are using this one. So I will just copy this and I will paste it here. So basically what we are doing here, so we will group all these functions for that particular controller. Okay, so lead controller is here and then group and then all these things will be here. So our first is leads, then basically this is our index function. Okay, then so this show also will need it, so I will just copy this one, and the first will be our leads index, then second is our create, leads slash create, so it will be a function create. Then there will be this show function for individual, showing individual lead. Then basically to store this leads, we will use this leads store function. Then I will just add store here, so show, and then basically edit and update. So here will be edit, update, and one more will be delete. I think delete is not there, destroy is there, so destroy. So leads, so method will be delete, for update method will be patch, and to edit get method same method. So likewise we have it, so we will remove this one. Okay, so it will also have that all the routes and all these things. So if you want to list the routes, php artisan route list, I think so it will list out all the routes. So for leads you can see leads controller index store update, then edit show, all these things are there. Okay, so now for edit I will add this links. So to add this links, let's see this names is working properly or not. So leads.create is not defined, so I will just add names to, so name leads.index. So similarly I will give names to all these things. Create, store, show, edit, with, delete. Okay, so now this will work. So create, we'll add edit link here and that particular. So here I will just add a href, so route. So now you can see in this particular route will have to pass this id, so this will need date here. So for edit, which particular lead we want to add edit, so we'll have to pass this id. So I will just add it here. And also for update also we will need this id update destroy. Okay, now this will be fine. So index I will add route. So route will be leads dot edit, and it will require that parameter, so I will pass this parameter. So id we have to pass, then I can pass this one. So it will be the lead id. Okay. Likewise we pass this particular parameters through the route. Then I will just close this, edit slash a. So this link will be shown here. So edit link, I will just change some color, class text blue 500 and hover underline. Let's see how it looks. If I click this, I came here leads to, means which is a 2 id, and edit. So we don't have anything there, so we'll add the form and all these things. So I will go to lead controller. Then as we have leads.create page, so similarly we will have this for edit, leads dot edit, and basically this lead will come here. So I will just pass this lead compact and then lead. So there is one issue, I'm using this variable, and there in route we are using different variables. So I will just change the variable name. So rather than id I will use lead as a variable name. And also for this listing out, I will change this parameter to lead, so that can be passed. Then once I get this lead from here, leads.edit, so I will just use this same page, and we'll add edit dot blade dot php. So I will paste it here. Okay, now this will be the edit lead page. Okay, here we will not use lead.store, it will be lead.update, and same we will have to use that id and all these things we have to pass. So lead, then dollar lead, then id. So this will be passed to that particular function. Then method will be put. So rather than patch, I will change this method to put method. And also if we are using this put method, so one more thing we will need to add is @method, because by default in HTML this put method is not supported, so we will have to write post here only, and put will be here. So Laravel will understand which method we are using. So method put. Okay, now we want to add the default values to this particular thing. So value, so rather than old, it will be the actual value. So lead, then name. Likewise, so if I refresh this one, so you can see this name is here. But if someone change this name and submit, so it should have that old value also. Okay, so we can use the function like old. If old is there, then use old, otherwise you can use this lead name. Okay, so I will just try this one, and we'll do same thing for this all. So rather than value, okay, let it be value. So for that input they might have this particular props, so that's why we'll check this if it works or not. So email email. We'll save this, we'll check this. So there is some issue. What is the issue? Okay, is this creating issue? Let's see. Okay, that was creating issue. Okay, so they were not using this one. So if I remove this one, and then that will work, but let it be, I will use directly this one. Okay. Then same thing will do for other things. And message, this will not work similarly for select. So for select we'll have to change. So for select this will not work, so basically we'll have to check this if old data is that, and then only likewise. So basically we can do here at the rate if old message equal to new, or lead status, sorry, old status, lead status equal to new, then basically this will be selected equal to selected, otherwise at the rate, and if so if old something is not properly done. Okay, other rate old status equal to new. Okay, this has to be removed. Same thing we'll do for this one and this one. So converted, contacted. We'll see how it looks. Okay, so status submit. Okay, there is nothing for that particular thing, so I'll just refresh this one. So I think this is not working. So what is the status? It's here new, but this is not getting selected. So I will just remove this old thing. We'll check this later, but for now I'll just see if this is correct or not. If lead status, then selected, contacted. Okay, selected, this should be same. Refresh, still not here. So I will just see this lead status. What is actually lead status? So it is contacted. So if lead status, okay, here we have missed. So contacted. So it's doing properly. Okay, now I will remove this. I think that old might also be working. So let it be. I will not make any changes right now. So this is here. So we have the pre-filled values of that particular. If I want to change, I can change, and then I can submit. So once I submit, I will leads.update. I will pass that lead. So lead controller. Then in update we are getting lead and leads. So we'll have to do the same validations again. And I will just copy paste here. So this is a long way actually. So means we are duplicating data and all these things. Actually, for now I'm using this. In future videos, I will use livewire component where we'll not have to do this repeat things and all these things. So it will be very easy. Right now, I will just copy paste. So validated data, so rather than this lead create, I will use lead update, and this validated data will be here. So it will update that particular lead. Okay, lead is coming from there, and then redirect leads then index. We'll see. So we'll see how it works. So submit. So the email is already taken, so there is issue. Actually we'll have to give that accept and all these things. So right now I will just change email just to show that update, how update works. So we'll come back again to this, how to avoid this issue. Okay, so that is working. So ASDA, so I will use test update. So submit. Okay, this one is also taken. Why? ETD. Okay, so test update. So you can see this works like this. So edit works like this. So similarly we can do this for a delete function. So in index I will add one more link. So for delete, it will, we should not give directly link, we should add the protection. So basically for delete I will create one form here, and action will be that particular leads dot delete, and then lead id we are passing. So here method will be a post, and then at the rate csrf at the rate method, so it will be delete method. I can use capital letter. Let's see. Then basically we'll have to call this form. So I will give id to this form. So it will be the lead, and then that particular lead id. So dollar lead then id. So every lead will have different forms, and we'll have to submit this form. So on href it will not be href, so basically we'll do on click equal to this particular form we have to select. So we'll use document dot get element by id, and this is basically lead. So same name I will have to use there. Okay, then basically dot submit, this form will be submitted. Okay, so why this is form and all these things? So no one can directly go to that url and will delete that particular. So we have this means we'll have that protection and security. So once delete, so this form will be called, and it will post, and using this method it will call that particular function. So I will just see if it's working. So I am here on this leads and which leads has to be deleted. So method I used here post. Okay, and this particular lead slash lead id. So I will have to save this, and we'll have to make some changes to this route. So also here, or for delete I will add this lead. Okay, then for destroy method, so we'll go to the destroy method, and destroy method will have to delete that particular lead. Okay, so lead then delete, and it will delete that and will redirect back to that particular function. Okay, this will work. So for actual use, basically in index will need to confirm if you really want to delete that particular user or not. So otherwise it will happen, someone might accidentally click that lead delete button, and it will directly get deleted. So you can add that particular confirmation before deleting. So the basic thing you can add is key javascript confirm method. So you can use this one. So I will just copy this confirm one and copy. Then I will create one script here. Okay, so let text, rather than let text, I will create one function. So the function will be delete lead, then we will pass the lead id. Okay, then we'll confirm. So rather than text, so confirm, you pressed ok. So basically we'll, if they confirm, otherwise we'll not have to do anything. So this what function we are calling here, get element by id and submit, that will be called from here. Okay, or you here to delete lead, we'll just ask this question. If true, then we will submit this particular thing. So this lead id, so rather than lead id, we will just do this one plus javascript function. So delete lead, we'll call this function. So on click delete, so lead id will be there. Okay, delete lead, and it will confirm, and then we'll submit that form. So we'll see how it works. So refresh, if I click delete, okay, it's not working here. Is there anything issue? So lead id, so if confirm, okay, function is not properly formed. So I will just change this, save, refresh. Now we'll click this delete. So okay, so it doesn't redirect it, so we'll see what's the issue. So if you go to console, null is not object, something is issue there. So let's see. If I inspect, then there is this form. So delete lead, I'm passing lead to, I'm not passing basically this particular to only, I'm directly passing this particular id of that particular div. So here in this, so here in this index, so basically I can use directly this lead id. So we are directly passing lead and then deleting that, so that is also fine. So now I will check it again. So I will refresh this, I will delete. If I press cancel, nothing. If I press ok, so it goes there, it will delete and it will redirect back to this one. So this is how now we have edited the form, we have deleted this one. So likewise this will work.